If you are new, I thank you for joining me today. So, yes, we are here with another dating video. And so, this video is primarily for the ladies. Yes, I just want to teach you some things in regards to dating, that is. You know, just a few things that you may need some homework on when it comes to having a solid relationship for a long term and not finding yourself in a repeated situationship. Okay, why do I continuously find myself in the same type of relationship with the same type of people? That is what we're talking about today. So, to answer your question, there are three reasons, just three very simple reasons or steps that most women fail to take. And you usually may only do one. But with guys, see, when a guy dates, he already knows, okay? He's not as geeked up and gung ho as you think he is, unless of course, he's a little out there. He hasn't been in many relationships, very inexperienced, has very little knowledge, but even still, they know the game. And so, and it's quite kind of challenging for women because, well, we're kind of always ready to put ourselves out there. And why is that? Because we want that initial dating experience. So we get caught up on that, the courting, the going out, dancing, laughing. It's easy, it's fun, that's what you look for. But in the process of, you're missing key steps to something wholesome and healthy. And you can say to me, well, Kira, when I date, I'm not looking for a relationship or for something serious. Bullshit. You can tell that to yourself and to that person, but I promise you, after a couple weeks, those emotions begin to kick in. And by the third month, you're jealous, you're territorial, and you're becoming possessive, and all of those little negative traits begin to reveal themselves. They begin to seep. Okay? So miss me with that BS. I'm only dating for fun. No. I sincerely doubt it. Now, unless of course you're a bit rogue and maybe a little savage, unevolved, however you want to consider that. Yeah, you might go for that type of person. You might actually be that way. Okay, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking about for those who intentionally date for the sole purpose of trying to find a genuine connection, but it keeps getting effed up somehow. And it's all because of your doing. Just three simple mistakes that you're making. The first one is just simply not stating the non-negotiables. And you can do this like on a second or third date. You want to do it as very early in as possible so that we're not wasting any time and energy with people. If you're looking to have a family within the next couple years, that needs to be expressed. If this person say, well, I have like 8 kids already, I'm good. Next. Why are we wasting time trying to have these conversations 10 dates in? It's senseless. You need to make it known exactly what it is that is non-negotiable. I need someone who is not as hardworking, someone who is more attentive and communicative, and who is available to show me, admiration and affection. Can you give me that? Well, no, I'm pretty involved with my career. I'm just getting to that point to where, I'm successful, I'm thriving right now, and I just really want to focus. Next, it's like, why are we wasting time? Or perhaps they may not even have a job. Who knows? Let those non-negotiables be made, especially if you're looking for something very long term. Why are you not doing that? You can't wait until you get engaged and say, okay, so now I want to do. No, that's not fair. It's immature. Yeah. Next, another very common thing that women are doing is just dismissing the red flags. What is up with that? That is like the most prevalent offense, relationship offense that most people make. Why are we overlooking certain negative traits and characteristics? Like blatantly, this person is showing you who they are in your face. Okay, so let me give you a visual scenario. All right, you guys are walking down, you're having a little date, you're walking up the block, and let's just say, for example, you're walking past a flower shop. He sees all these bouquet of flowers. The attendant, they're inside. He grabs a bouquet and he hands it to you, and you guys walk off. And you're all elated. Oh, wow, for me. Oh, they're so beautiful. You're just walking along with your funeral flowers and not even realize that he never paid for them. Okay, so not only are you not being attentive, or maybe you did notice that and just didn't say anything, but you're getting all excited on some funeral flowers given by a thief. I mean, it may not be that apparent, but it is usually for most people. Like, these people are hidden right in plain sight. And you're taking these flaws and overlooking it with some little minuscule gesture that has been made, and making that as big as it should never be, versus the offense or the disrespect that has been committed. You know, for example, you called them or you text them, message them at 8:15 a.m. They don't hit you back till 4 p.m. Oh, I'm sorry, my bad. With no excuse, no. Oh, I was doing this or yada yada yada. No, what's up? That's what you're getting. You're overlooking these major character flaws and accepting it for what? To be liked, to be accepted, to be acknowledged. Oh, no. Which brings me to the next issue and the final, is most women have issues with saying no, declining, dismissing. Are you unaware that when you tell a guy no, I mean, someone with potential, and perhaps this guy has even had many, many suitors that have told him yes, or maybe put him off, but eventually, very soon, more sooner than later, got what it was he wanted. When you tell a guy no, or not right now, I'm good, maybe later, he's gonna get to himself and think, damn, did I just get rejected? It's going to have an impact on his little ego that he's trying to boost. And now, granted, depending on the type of guy, either it's going to make him be more curious and want to pursue you all the more, or he might not even want to waste his time, which is good because now you're dodging a bullet. But if he is, on the fence about trying to pursue you, well, you just gave him more reason to do so. Because now he can say, well, I'm not sure she's playing a game, where she actually really does have, some self-respect, which most women don't. I don't care how you say, oh, I respect myself and I do this. How soon do you sleep with a guy? How soon do you let a guy in? How soon do you let a guy come into your world and wreak havoc? How soon are you stressing over this guy? Because seriously, when you're dating, you should never find yourself stressing within the first 6 months. That's just real. So if you're anxious all the time, this guy is giving you that energy. That energy where this person make you feel not at ease and not secure. Yeah. You're at that point of being where you were in that last situation. You're almost there. So you should never be having any kind of like negative energy, any emotions in the first 6 months. If anything, a little misunderstandings, but you rectify those and you get back. You understand what I'm saying? But when you start telling these guys no and you start laying it down, you're not going to come and knock on my door at 11 o'clock at night when I have to be up at 5 a.m. That's not what's happening. You don't have to like me. You have to say it like that. You have to put it out there to where it's known. You have to teach people, okay? A lot of men have to be taught properly. You have to teach them how to treat you. Otherwise, well, the respect that you get is what you're showing them that you deserve. So don't be surprised if you're getting mistreated, it's because you're allowing it. It's something that you've done to let them know that, hey, she doesn't have that much respect or self-love for herself. I can have some fun, yeah. Come into her world and F that all up. This way she's no good, not even for the next guy. Even for someone who is worthy. You're not going to be any good for them. You see how that works? All right. So I wanted to share that with you all. Just lesson learned. Look, life is a learning process. Either you're going to learn or you will continuously fail. But you don't have to. And this is why you should reach out to me for dating coaching. It has been quite successful for many of our love bugs. It's just this year alone. Mind-blowing. People don't even realize who they are and how they are until I break it down to them and make them see. You see yourself? And then it makes sense. All right? But just doing those 3 simple things can have a grave impact on, your new connections that you're trying to have. Just doing those 3 things, just changing those around. Even if you don't care about yourself all that much, just do it. Eventually you will. Yeah. But again, all of my information is down below. I thank all of you for joining me always. And that is all for now. Until next time.